the final gun. This season, hometown hero Andy Kelly has combined with the league's best defense to put the Cats back on the prowl for their first championship. Their opponent, Grand Rapids, has built the league's best record. Behind quarterback Clint Dalzell, this gunslinging Texan has delivered by calling his own plays and throwing for 89 touchdowns. It's top-seeded Grand Rapids taking on the number 2 seed, Nashville, for the Arena Bowl 15 championship.
Grand Rapids, Michigan is the site of this year's Arena Bowl. Grand Rapids is the smallest city of the 19-team Arena League, but like Green Bay, Wisconsin in the National Football League, this city loves its football team. And this year, the road to the arena title goes through Grand Rapids Van Andel Arena, where the Rampage carved out the best record in the league. And the game has been a sellout ever since it was announced. Because a week ago, the Rampage beat Indiana in one semifinal. The Nashville Cats made it back to the Arena Bowl, ousting San Jose. Well, good afternoon and welcome, everybody. I'm Brett Musburger. Let's start at the top. Folks, the Arena League is here to stay. This is Roman numeral 15 for the Arena Bowl. Remember this now. The USFL, the XFL, they both crashed and burned. And old money, the NFL, is going to buy 49% of this league. In fact, yesterday, John Elway's application was approved for an expansion franchise in Denver. John Elway is here today to watch the Arena Bowl. It's the 2 top-seeded teams in the league. It's Grand Rapids in Nashville, and it's coming up live here on ABC. The Arena Bowl is coming up between Grand Rapids and Nashville. And here with our national anthem is recording star Andy Griggs.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome RCA recording artist whose debut album, You Won't Ever Be Lonely, went gold from Nashville, Tennessee. The singing of our national anthem, please welcome Mr. Andy Griggs.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, all the ramparts we watched, oh so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Well, Andy made the Nashville players feel right at home here in Grand Rapids, didn't he, folks? Take a look at where we are. Gary Danielson and I have the best broadcast booth ever. Folks, this is a luxury suite. I mean, it's just like having a dinner at home.
We get finger food and everything.
Oh, yeah, but
right?
you know, don't turn around the Arena League. It'll be another touchdown.
Right,
down
every
there.
sandwich is 2 touchdowns in this thing. You know, Brent, this is such a great league, and in a championship game, arena football is no different than any other football. The coach is usually dominant, and in this game, it's no different. For Grand Rapids, Michael Tritz is the guy who led them to this championship. He's a quarterback in the AFL. In fact, he led this league in passing. He's got a gunslinger in Clint Dozell. Brought him in, 89 touchdown passes, as you said. He is the most dominant player for this team. The other team, Nashville, has a former player too, Pat Sperduta. He's a linebacker. He's a lineman. He went both ways. He likes to get dirty even though it's inside. And his most dominant player is James Barron, a 5-time Arena Football Player of the Year. He's the guy that got the sacks. Those 2 guys will be the team the other team has to stop.
And Gary, when we come back, we'll talk a little bit about the rules, and we'll return after these messages from our ABC stations. That's Sperduto's team won the toss. They've deferred. That means that Grand Rapids will handle the ball first. Now, here are our rules. 8 players per side for the 50-yard war. No punting. Only one of the 2 linebackers may blitz. The net is in play on kicks and passes at all times. Continuous clock, except the final minute of each half. Forward motion permitted for 1 receiver. Receivers are the key. Who better to talk about that than Hall of Famer Lynn Swann? Lynn?
Thank you very much, Brent. And speaking of wide receivers, I want to get one thing straight. How small is the field when it's only 50 yards long, the end zones are 8 yards deep, and the width of the field is only 28 yards, 1 foot? So small when the players are introduced, they don't jog onto the field, they walk, skip, or shimmy. That's how small it is. It means the receivers will have to run very precise routes. No freelancing, because they have to be where the quarterback can count on them being, and if they freelance, they bump into each other. One of the best receivers for Grand Rapids, Michael Baker, number 6. He was injured in the second quarter of last week's ball game. He will not be playing. He was their leading receiver and their second leader in tackles, Brett. He will be sorely missed.
He certainly will, then. And here, Ricky Ross out of Missouri, set to return for Grand Rapids. Steve McLaughlin from Arizona to kick it off from the goal line. Remember now, the net is in play. Off the iron, it's a beauty. But fielded quickly by Grand Rapids, and he's out to the 7-yard line. Terrell Shaw. And Clint Dalzell, the gunslinger from East Texas State. And look at what he did against Indiana last week. 30 of 37, 374 yards, and 8 touchdowns. Folks, the record is 10 touchdowns in a game. Dalzell will call his own plays and keep an eye on the middle of this defensive front. James Barron is the man to watch. He'll try to put heat on Dalzell. The motion receiver, that quick drop, and he completed his first pass to Demo Odoms out of Iowa. The rest of the offense, Terrell Shaw returned the kickoff. That OS means offensive specialist in the Arena League. The rest of those fellows have to go both ways. And the line, Lucas Yarnell in the middle. He's got his hands full because Barron, the leading defensive rushman in the Arena League. They'll come out now with 2nd down here. First series of the game. Three wides to the left. Complete again, goes back for a first down, and that's twice he's put the ball in Shaw's hand. Shaw is out of Southern Mississippi.
Brent, one of the real interesting attacks in an offensive system is what Dalzell told us that he tries to do. He says, I know I got 4 downs to make a first down, but I think in my own head, I try to get it in 2 downs. I try to move the chains in 2 downs, and that way, if I don't, I've got 2 more as bonus. Imagine that.
Ball is out to the 18. Time for a pump fake. Good protection. Got a man wide open is Odoms again. Gary, we have not seen too many pump fakes. That is excellent protection.
That time, Clint, right, you got to have that first. And what Dozell did that time is read a zone. He saw two deep safeties, knew he couldn't go down the middle, so he froze the safeties in the middle of the field and then threw it. You'll see the two safeties come right into the middle of the field. See how that safety turns around? But the pump fake made the play, and you got to have time to do it.
The center manhandled Barron that time. There was no penetration from 95. 29-yard gain. First and goal. Here comes the run. And Rampage don't get in by Chris Avery, the big fullback from Kentucky State. Short of the goal line.
And the matchup there at center and nose tackle will be Lucas Yarnell against James Barron. Grand Rapids must neutralize the nose man without help, because if you want to help, that means the extra linebacker, usually Travis Reese, will come in and blow up the play.
Second down and goal in this first series for Grand Rapids. And again, the Nashville defensive line stands tall, and they won't let anybody in. William Gaines from Florida did an outstanding job, number 96.
It is very tough to run the ball inside because the defense has 5 men, and there's only 4 blockers. Very, very difficult because the quarterback doesn't run the ball. So really, you only have 3 blockers in there.
Eduardo stresses defense at Nashville. Here's third down, and a whistle, and the motion man, Shaw, may have broken across the line on the right side of the formation.
No, I think it was the tight end, Tony Bow, at that time. Number 70 flinched just before the snap.
And Wes Fritz, our referee. So that'll bring the ball back outside the 5-yard line.
And Dozell might like this. Give him a little bit more room to put the defensive back on an island here. Left hand goes up. That means tight end left. He is eligible to receive a pass.
Shaw, the motion man, is met at the line. And what a catch he makes. Going up in the air with one hand. Terrell Shaw. First touchdown of Arena Bowl 15.
It's confidence and accuracy. Shaw is one-on-one. Dozell's going to him. I don't care if he's covered or not. And that ball hit him right in the chin. A perfect throw from Dozell.
Brian Goins, who kicked at Northwestern on their Rose Bowl team, on for the extra point. Half is wide. NFL goalpost. He slips it in. The Rampage, who are an underdog at home, strike first.
Arena Bowl 15 on ABC Sports, brought to you by Ford F-Series. The best-selling trucks are built Ford tough.
A huge free agent signing. Terrell Shaw was released by the Buffalo Destroyers. He sat at home for 5 weeks. 5 weeks off before the Rampage calls, and he puts the Rampage up 7-0 here in Arena Bowl 15.
Especially with the injury to Baker. On top of that, it's a huge find.
Great special teams, though. Ron Carpenter, their key man with Goins, set to kick it off. He missed everything. That is an infraction, as it did not hit the net or the iron. And that will be costly. So Goins, who normally is extremely accurate.
First down, Nashville.
Haven't seen that bad of a shot since Tiger Woods this week.
All right, fans, you know what you're going to do. I think Nashville has the ball. What do you got to say about that, huh?
Here is the veteran from Tennessee. Folks, he has started every Arena League game that the Nashville Cats have played. He's thrown for better than 20,000 yards in the Arena League. He brings the Cats up. Fumble on the opening snap. Loose ball. Nashville may have saved the moment. Oh, is that reminiscent of a year ago when Nashville was in Orlando as Jarek Hillary this time saves the day.
Absolutely. And you know, save the moment in the first quarter of the game. You don't think so. But it's so important to hold serve in this game that could have been a turnaround so early.
Second and 9. Cleans exchange. And let's go back to a year ago. Kelly and Nashville in Orlando. Oh, how reminiscent this was of the Cats' start against the Predators. First, there was a safety in the end zone. Then the mishandled snap. Orlando pouncing on it. James Brown rallied the Cats. Sperduto and Nashville had it going. But in the end, the cool man kicked the winning field goal, 41-38. Now it's third down for Kelly and the Cats. Motion man got him for the first down. It's Hillary from Tennessee State.
Jarek Hillary is the man in motion, as you called it, heading full speed, and then runs a 2-yard quick out for the first down. Try to stop that.
Corey Fleming has been the go-to man, and why not? Kelly and Fleming hooked up at Tennessee. James Barron plays tight end on offense, the nose man on defense. Remember, you go both ways in the Arena League except for a couple of specialists. Jones is in motion this time. Kelly lobs it forward. And touchdown, Nashville. Tyrone Jones break into the corner. He was the key man a week ago against San Jose. That's a 17-yard scoring strike. A big tip of the hat to Hillary, who saved the day by recovering the fumble.
Grand Rapids was all man-to-man on that drive. This time it was post corner, perfect throw, right in stride. The problem is, right in stride, you're going to have to take a hit, whether you take it from the receiver, the defender, or the boards.
Brown, the holder for McLaughlin, will be kicking for the tie. You cannot rush from the outside. That's why it looks like a freeze frame there at the line of scrimmage on kicks. McLaughlin ties it. Folks, for informational purposes only, the over-under on this game is 112. We're well on our way. Tyrone Jones, the touchdown maker. That was his 25th of the season for the Cats. He scored 8 during one very special 2-week period. And now the Rampage will go back on the attack. In play. Ross. Short of the 10-yard line.
Take a look at this man-to-man coverage. Here's Joseph Todd right here. Here comes the motion. Watch the poor technique. Todd is supposed to say outside, force him this way. He gets beat on his leverage. He wants to force him to the left side of the screen. Jones runs a good route, makes it an easy throw for Kelly at that time. But, Brent, not fun covering a guy coming at you full speed, is it?
All right, let's toughest job, 42, okay? Gary, beyond a shadow of a doubt in the Arena League is defensive back.
Yep.
Right wing back, 92. Hold on, ready?
It's not easy in any league, but they made it tougher in this league.
Hurry!
So Dalzell threw for at least 200 yards in all 14 regular season games, and in the playoffs completes his first pass of this series. And that's Willis Marshall.
I can see why Dalzell told us he didn't even get touched last week in the game versus Indiana. He gets that ball in and out of his hands quickly. He's almost trying to frustrate that defense.
Let's go left wing back. Let's go 35 pop. Hold on, ready?
35 pop. I have no idea if that's a run or a pass.
Go!
There's a penalty flag on the pop running play.
Exactly.
The line judge threw the flag.
Six line, the ball carrier, also on the play. Penalty.
Encroachment in the second neutral zone by number 33 in the defense. 5-yard penalty. That's sufficient for a first down.
Well, to give you an idea of just how small the field is, take a look at this graphic.
Yes, 4 arena football fields basically can lay over the top of one 11-man football field, 11 on 11. So reality, Brent, it would be 32 on 32 if all the ratios held up. That's how crowded it is out there.
Go! Shaw's the motion receiver. Dalzell with plenty of time throws it away into the stands. He'll take a look at second down, and there's also a penalty flag. And whenever you catch a ball in the Arena League, you take home a souvenir, and he couldn't be happier over there.
Clint was telling me yesterday he was a little nervous about how slick the balls might be because they had the emblem on it that he wasn't
Illegal
used to.
defense. The linebacker number 7 was out of the box. 5 yards, automatic first down.
So that was Hammonds. He was not blitzing, but he was shading in case someone was flaring on the outside. And remember, the 2 backers have to stay in the box, and only one of the 2 opposite the tight end side is allowed to blitz in the Arena League. The tight end is on the right side of the formation. He identifies himself by raising his hand, whether he comes to the right or to the left.
Go!
Let's talk about the box because it's a very important part of the Arena League rules.
Yeah, if you're going to look at it, let's identify the tight end right here. There's the tight end in this picture, and then you will see how the box sets up. Only this linebacker is allowed to blitz. The box is set up because if those 2 linebackers could go outside, you would have a tough time throwing the ball. Makes it really a one-on-one game back there, and you must account for the linebacker away from the tight end. Last play again, Dalzell, you can see it. He kind of has to hang, and throws the ball really off his back foot with the rush in his face.
And on second down, the middle, got the first down. And he goes back to you-know-who. Terrell Shaw, 6 foot, 175 pounds out of Southern Miss.
Well, he averaged, when he came in this league, 125 yards a game. 5 touchdown passes last week against Indiana, and Clint said if it's man-to-man, Shaw's going to get the ball.
Get your box. Get out there and get your box. Let's go raise right. Let's go wing his screen right. On, ready?
Clock continues to run even on those incomplete passes until the final minute of the half.
Go!
Quick snap on that flanker screen to the outside to Willis Marshall from Youngstown
Willis
State.
Marshall down to the 7-yard line. Hillary on the
The
tackle.
strategy for the best defense in the Arena Football League, Nashville, is to look for that turnover. You only need a few stops in this game to win the game with your offense. So you're looking for a big sack, a fumble, a bad throw, a turnover can change the game.
And just one thing to keep in mind, a stop in the Arena Football League is not necessarily a turnover, but just holding an offense to a field goal. Dalzell says we can do that. We got a chance of winning this ball game.
Touchdown! The Rampage. Touchdowns on their first 2 possessions, and it is Shaw again.
Nashville is going to have to start jamming Shaw. They can't let him have a free run like that. There is no way. Deion Sanders, in his prime, could not cover this guy running at him with that speed, I think.
Goins, perfect on the extra point. Grand Rapids holds serve again. 2 possessions. 2 touchdown passes by Dalzell. College football in the air, folks, next weekend. A couple of games coming your way on ABC. Saturday, TCU takes on number 4 Nebraska in the Principal Financial Group Pigskin Classic. That's live at 1 Eastern. Then on Sunday, Syracuse battles number 13 Georgia Tech. The kickoff classic live at 2 Eastern. And it all happens next weekend on ABC. And here, Arena Bowl 15. Grand Rapids leading by a touchdown. And here comes Mr. Championship, Carpenter. And he gets to the 16-yard line and no further. Speaking of championships, the greatest quarterback in the history of the Arena League, not Kurt Warner, but Jay Gruden. First, he led Tampa Bay. Then he took over as coach at Orlando and won a couple more championships. So 4 as a player, 2 more as a coach. And there you can see the comparison in his last game until next season. That's right. He announced that he's returning as a quarterback of the Predators. And on his back is Andy Kelly of the Nashville Cats.
Well, this push was supposed to come from Nashville against the Grand Rapids offense. Actually, it's been the other way around so far. The push inside makes the right guard or tight end step right on Kelly's foot as he backpedals. That's hard to say, the right guard or the tight end, but they line up in the same spot.
Perfect passing record is somewhat misleading because they've botched a couple of plays, and Kelly trouble coming out again. Fleming, what a catch! Oh, what a catch by Fleming. Well covered on the left side, and Kelly lobbed it up for him. And Kelly is having trouble pulling out from center. The linemen are getting tangled up with him.
Absolutely. This was wonderful coverage that time, but perfect pass. An absolute strike from Kelly after he stumbles coming out.
Now, Fleming won a Super Bowl ring. Played for Jimmy Johnson with the Dallas Cowboys, and of course he hooked up with Kelly over at Knoxville. They had some great years together as volunteers. Nashville likes to run inside the 5, and they do here for the touchdown by Rupert Grant, the fullback from Howard.
What a smart play right there. Run right over the
Ain't nothing to say.
linebacker type, but really a wide receiver who's forced to go both ways, Willis Marshall, and boy, you're not going to handle that guy. Travis Reese, he is just too much to handle up close like that.
Steve McLaughlin to attempt the extra point for the Cats.
No stops yet in this one. 4 series, all touchdowns.
The first quarter. However, we will remain to the extra point before we take our break.
Crony, we're going the same way we started. We're going to get our stop right now.
Spadito very enthusiastic. Expresses defense and special teams. Needs an extra point. You watch how you can't rush from the outside. It looks very unusual to you. Has to take his time and ties it.
The extra point is good. At the end of the first quarter is Grand Rapids 14.
So we mentioned Jay Gruden coming back as a player. We're going to bring him in as a broadcaster for a short time. We'll talk to Jay when we come back to Arena Bowl 15 in just a moment. We start the second quarter of Arena Bowl 15. Nashville kicking off. Ross on the rebound is coming out for the Rampage. And down short of the 5-yard line is we come up with a
Ross out to the
special
4-yard line. Cliff Green
Well,
making the initial tackle for
You
Nashville,
okay, Jay? I
Preston
mean,
Grand
I know
Rapids.
you were comfortable winning championships as a coach. Why are you going back as a player, man?
I'm excited. I miss the camaraderie of the players. I miss the competition out on the field. And I'm only 34, so I thought I'd give it a shot. You know, I don't want to kick myself when I'm 40. I can always go back and coach, but you can't always go back and play.
Jay, it should have been you making all that big money Kurt Warner's making now. Is that what you're thinking?
No, I don't think I'll ever get a shot to do that, but it'd be nice to give it a shot. So my brother, why don't you watch some of our games next year?
I know, Jay, did you ask John? Did you say, listen, I'm thinking about going back as a player? And what did he say to you?
He said I'm crazy. So I don't even think he believed me, so he's probably watching. He's probably just fell out of his chair.
Jay, will you stick around and watch a couple plays with us?
Yeah, I'd glad to.
That'd be great, because a year ago, Jay Gruden in Orlando, of course, they beat Nashville for the championship. Dalzell going for the lead. Touchdown in the game. Holy cow. How do you stop that guy, Jay?
You know, you just got to hope he throws some bad balls in there. He's been on fire here the later part of the season. He's a great quarterback.
You know, Jay, an offense depends on rhythm and repetition, and right now Nashville is not throwing Dalzell out of his rhythm at all.
No, but Nashville gets stronger as the game goes on, and their pass rush will get to Dalzell as it goes on. If not, Grand Rapids will score every time they have the ball.
Yeah. Well, that was the scouting point. Clint told me if it's man, number 15 is going to get the ball, and it's been that almost every play.
That's right. Great receivers, Terrell Shaw.
So the Rampage, 3 for 3. And Goins to the extra point. Grand Rapids, the smallest city in the Arena League, leads Arena Bowl 15, 21-14, as Shaw has caught 3 touchdown passes from Dalzell. Jay Gruden is going to stay right here with Gary and me, and we'll continue on ABC. Besides being a great quarterback, John Elway is a businessman who knows a good deal when he sees one. And yesterday his application was approved. He'll be one of the part owners of a new franchise out in Denver. And he's probably wondering, any defense?
Hey, Brent, they keep scoring like this. Johnny Unitas is going to come back and play in this league.
Goins to kick it off from the goal line. On the 5. Well, here's what Sperduto said about his old buddy, Jay Gruden, coming back. Remember, they were teammates.
Jay is the best quarterback to ever play this game. And that includes Kurt Warner, and that includes anybody else that's stepped on the field this year, last year, or the year before that. Jay is smart, tough. He's just one of those guys that has it.
But he did add that he will not play defensive line for you next year. So here's Andy Kelly. It's his turn for Nashville. Pump fake goes back to Fleming. Not even close. What's been the problem, Jay, with Andy Kelly and his linemen pulling out from center? They seem to be getting tangled up.
Yeah, a lot of times with the guard sliding down to help out with the nose tackle, he'll step back too far and step on Andy's foot. And I think that's happened a couple times already. But
hey, Jay, you getting out of coaching because your hair's starting to lose it like your former player, Pat, over there?
I don't want that to happen.
Second and 10. That's great time. But Jones is well covered. That's incomplete. And Pope would not give ground.
This was great defense, and this caught Andy Kelly by surprise. A little bit of a switch, and Pope cuts right in front of Jones. The only thing Kelly could do that time was throw the ball long.
Polk is a great story. He suffered a broken neck playing for Tulsa in Arena 2 last year. A lot of folks never, ever thought he would be back on the field. And here he is, starting for the top-seeded team in the Arena League. The crowd is going wild. Underneath to Jones, right at that mark for a first down. And Let's go to Lynn Swan.
Well, Brent, the crowd is a big factor. The Rampage have a tremendous home field advantage, 6-1 at home, versus Nashville coming in with a 3-3 record. And the crowd gives them that advantage. Andy Kelly came in saying he's having a problem because he can't hear and his team can't hear the snap count. So he's calling for the ball. The ball's not there, and he's stepping out too quickly, and then the linemen are stepping on his feet. He says to correct that, he's going to stay behind the center just a little bit longer.
Now remember, there's no punting. They were just shy of the first down. Let me correct what I said. This is 4th down. Nashville, a good running team. On a toss play to Reese. He didn't get it. What a great stop, Jay.
Great stop, 4th and 1. Defense knew they were going to run the ball, and they all responded well, and great pursuit from everybody on the Grand Rapids defense.
Jay, as quarterback, you want to go for that. But as coach, would you have gone for that short yardage one?
The way the game's going right now, Grand Rapids is hitting on all cylinders on offense, and you want to be in position to match them score for score.
So they were forced into it.
Kind of, yeah. Dolezal's on fire right now, so you got to try to keep pace with them, but so you don't want to try to 55-yard field goal. Odds of making that are slim and none anyway.
Right.
So Chris Ryan out of Clark is the linebacker who made that great play. Now, Dalzell, remember he said, just give me 3 stops. He gets number 1. He'll try to get to the end zone. Incomplete, and that time, Nashville bringing some heat. Let's go to Dalzell because we asked him, what did you tell your defense?
Yeah, I usually say defense, you give me 3 stops, we're going to win. And I think that's the key tomorrow. If we get 3 stops, Andy Kelly's offense has been really working the last couple of weeks, and we can control them and have 3 stops on that. Man, control their special teams. They've got one of the best in the league. I think we'll be in good shape.
So stop number 1. He's trying to take advantage of that right now. The crowd has been very much a factor in this game. We heard Lynn report on that. Screen, but a flag is down. A flag is down. The touchdown Owens, but there is a flag thrown on the play. And Grand Rapids is indicating it is against Nashville. They'll decline it and take the touchdown.
Holding. 95 on defense. Decline. Touchdown.
Hard to understand how holding could happen that fast. I think Nashville saw the flag, Jay, and stopped on that point.
He might have a couple James back for holding him. What the referee must have thought is James was holding the center where the center couldn't get over and block.
That's exactly what it was,
block the linebacker, but that happened so quick. I don't know how they could have called that.
And it was more the Nashville players that saw the flag than the Grand Rapids players.
Now remember, now the missed extra point is live. There's a penalty flag down as Goins struggles first with a kickoff and now with an extra point hitting the upright, and this could be huge.
Kick catch interference, playing the ball when you're trapped on number 11. Decline. The extra point is no good.
Folks, I want to go back to that play because when I saw Demo Otis diving toward the end zone, I wasn't sure he got in. Jay and Gary, take a close look at this now. Well, and let's see if he got into the end zone.
No, that ball, well, it looked like he hit the line and still had it in his left hand. There's no instant replay, I know that.
His knee's down there. They might have marked it at the 1, but
the debate continues. Grand Rapids will take it. Timeout. Brian Goins, normally one of the league's most productive kickers, but he has missed his first extra point of the playoffs, and it can be costly in the Arena League. He's also missed the net on a kickoff, and this one's coming out. Put it between the uprights that time, and well, I got a moment. Let me remind you that ABC Sports kicks off the college football season next weekend. Saturday, TCU will take on number 4 Nebraska in the Principal Financial Group Pigskin Classic. That's 1 Eastern. Then on Sunday, Syracuse goes against Georgia Tech in the Kickoff Classic, and that's live at 2 Eastern. All happens next weekend on ABC as the road to the BCS Championship gets underway.
Let's watch Andy Kelly's feet here and see if he still continues to have problem with the push up front.
Little look of concern suddenly. And a penalty flag prior.
I think Lynn Swann's got it exactly. The crowd noise is throwing a little bit of problem with the snap for Nashville right now.
So, Jay, when you're on the road in a hostile environment in the Arena League, what can the quarterback do now in terms of communication to help out here?
Well, there's not a whole lot. He just got to really yell as loud as he can. Coach Verdudo said they worked on working on the crowd noise with the loud music in their arena leading up to this game, but it looks like it hadn't worked too well. 53 bench are going to try and out-route the Fleming or Hammond here.
Both are veteran receivers. Hammond, and he's got it. Obviously, by listening to that play call, the way you fired out, you know all their terminology very well, Mr. Gruden.
I used to coach for Nashville, so I was there when we put in the playbook and all that, and they still run a lot of the same stuff. 52 sting.
Marty Lowe is the offensive coordinator now, and what is it this time?
52 sting. They're going to send the inside receiver on a deep post, the outside receiver on a go route, and the backside guy's going to run a stack.
Brent, I got to go to the bathroom for a minute here. Could you just let Jay take over, okay?
Jay's right here, baby.
They're expecting zone here.
Kelly incomplete.
You know, Grand Rapids has stuck. Their game plan has been man-to-man coverage the whole game. It looks like they're going to challenge, look for a turnover, and try to get a stop that way.
That's the way they play it all year. They play a lot of man, and when you watch them on film, you think you can score every time because they don't have great technique. But when you get out here and you play them, it's a whole different story. The guys fly around, knock balls down, and
listen to the crowd trying to make it tough here. 3rd and 1. And they run for the first down.
Yeah, that's the one they should have ran last time. Going wide with only 3 blockers and 5 people in the box is very difficult.
it is, especially when the team knows you're going to run it.
Right. And go 50 cat X post corner.
50 cat X post corner, I think he said. That's a flat by the inside receiver.
Let's go 50 cat X
Jay,
post
do
corner.
most of the teams use similar terminology in the league?
Just us in Nashville, pretty much. Everybody else has their own way of calling plays, whether it's numbers, but us in Nashville use names for all the routes.
Great coverage by the defensive backs of Grand Rapids right now. That was Raphael Ball. He was shaken up a week ago when he hit the wall, and it's amazing that he's back. He was taken off the field on a stretcher. We've reached the top of the hour. It's Arena Bowl 15, and Grand Rapids leads it 27-14 over Nashville.
Have to say that Nashville looks like they're taking the bait of trying to score on the throws. Dalzell came out, took the short pops. It looks like Nashville's trying to score with every throw.
You almost have to because their defensive backs are playing so tight, you have to throw it deep.
2nd down, look at that tight coverage again. Almost intercepted that time. Jarek Hillary was coming across and dove at it.
And Jarek Hillary was on the crossing route that time, and that was just a poor throw from Andy Kelly. Man-to-man coverage, there's Ball. Nowhere to throw the ball, you got the wall in the way. And look at Hillary, that's just a poor throw because Hillary, that's as open as you can get in any league. I don't care how small the field is or how big the field is, that's just a miss by Kelly.
It's a good thing he knocked it down because Polk was coming hard behind him. 3rd down. Going deep, penalty flag, touchdown if it's against Todd. As Jones walks in.
Tyrone Jones.
So they score.
Touchdown reception penalty.
Well, that's the 2nd one. Joseph Todd, their defensive specialist, has got beat. One on the post corner and now on the post.
Defense declined. Touchdown.
Somebody needs to tell Joseph Todd that Tyrone Jones runs about a 4.240. He's trying to catch him at the line of scrimmage there, and Tyrone's going to run by him every time.
Todd tries to take the penalty here, but can't even. He's not even close enough to grab him. That's a gimme.
Now McLaughlin. Remember, the Rampage has missed one of their 4 extra points. So McLaughlin's role looms large. There's 27-21. We want to wish you the best of luck, my friend.
Oh, thank you very much.
I got one question, Jay. Who's calling the plays? You or the head coach?
We'll have to talk about that.
We've got a timeout. It's fun at the old Arena Bowl.
You want to talk football? Then let's talk arena football. 15 seasons of heart-stopping, helmet-popping, fan-friendly football. Fast, furious, in your face, in your lap. With arena football, you get it all.
Close the spare.
So Nashville to kick it off. That was a big touchdown for the Cats as we go back on that play. They were struggling, working against the crowd and the defensive backs, and put one up, quieted down the crowd just a little bit. And remember, the Rampage with that missed extra point in this game. It's live, and here comes Ross. Good return out to the 20. Now the main man has been number 15, Shaw, of the Rampage. He has caught 3. The first one was a beauty. In motion again, right in the middle, he camped out on the zone. There's 2. Now watch number 3. But since then, he's been fairly quiet.
Well, they haven't scored. They score every time they have the ball.
He didn't score the 4th one.
I guess that's a definition of arena quiet,
that's
right?
Quiet. I was waiting for you to take that bait. Here comes Shaw in motion.
You can't score twice. I don't.
Oh, Avery's the running back was wide open. Inside the 5. How about that for a wrinkle?
This is one of really well-designed plays by Grand Rapids here. The tight end goes out. Usually he stays in and blocks. The defensive linebacker follows him, and all of a sudden the fullback just sneaks out for a quick toss. Tight end goes across. Avery going this way. Watch this linebacker leave. And that's an easy toss. Just hot man. It's like a hot throw for the quarterback. And that's a great first down call by Mike Triggs. I think the coach called that one. We'll give the rest to Dalzell, but I give that one to the coach on the bench.
You saw that padding give way when Big Avery hit it. Yeah, it's padded, but the wall still doesn't give much. Dalzell going to run for it, short of the end zone. And, man, they took a lick at him over there. Green, among others, was on him.
And this is a huge hit, I think. And that's exactly what Nashville tried to do. Every pass thrown by Grand Rapids this year has been thrown by that man, Clint Dalzell. Every pass, the only quarterback in the league. So if Nashville could knock him out, that would be huge in this game.
Knock a quarterback out? That never happens in football, huh?
I don't know if it happens that much in arena football, but they gave it a good shot there, didn't they?
Oh, they sure did. Tough Texan, lean Texan, good all-around athlete. He won't give way.
Go!
There's the toss to Avery, and he is jammed up.
This happened last time Grand Rapids had it goal to go in short yardage. Remember, they got the 3rd down penalty, and then they threw the pass to Shaw.
That was Big Ben Crossland out of Utah State, 6'4", 285, making the stop for the Cats.
Grand Rapids attempted the most passes in the league this year. Looked to me like Shaw's hamstring was acting up a little bit right there. That's something you have to watch. He is limping. He is absolutely limping.
He's on the left side of the formation. This is a 3rd down. Dalzell wants Marshall on the right side. Play fake on the move. Incomplete. Here's a 4th down coming up and a decision.
Starting off with the intended receiver, Darrell Hammond.
Crossland that time. Number 90 got right into Dalzell's face on that little bootleg. Brent, do you kick the field goal because you missed the extra points? Might not that be a good call here?
Yeah, it's not the worst. I guess you just, in the Arena League, I'm not sure what trigger the coaches think in this situation.
Right. I mean, if an extra point is big, why not cover it up right now? We'll watch the strategy here if they don't score. If they do, obviously, it's mute.
This time, Chris Avery breaks the plane. Little pushing and shoving there. We saw a Rampage player.
And Nashville did not think they broke it again. They didn't think Demo Odoms broke it on that screen. And they were vehemently arguing that they didn't make it that time either.
Ryan Goins to attempt the extra point.
Now here's Goins, and as we learned just a short time ago, it's not automatic, even though the rush pressure isn't heavy.
We're under 1 minute timing rules. There will be no clock on this extra point.
We're inside of the minute, and the referee announcing, letting everybody know at home and here in the stands that clock doesn't run during the final minute of the half. Now 9 feet, that's all he has, about half of the NFL distance. This one's perfect. And again, shoving. And the penalty flags come flying.
C.J.
McClain, rookie from Arkansas, got into it. Now let's see if they penalize it on the kickoff, folks. That would give Goins a chance to put it just about anywhere he wants. Watch the middle of your screen. There's McClain, takes the bait.
Now, Izza goes about 5'8", 175 pounds. Izza does. I mean, Izza is, imagine that. McClain could toss this guy around like an arena football.
Personal foul, 42 on the receiving team.
Now, what does Grand Rapids do? They
penalty is declined. Extra point is good.
You wondered if they might take it and go for 2.
So it's 34-21. Grand Rapids has scored every time they've touched the football. Folks, that was close. We'll take another look at it when we come back. Camera angles distort. This is the tightest view we've got of the ball carrier. Now watch where he went down. Well, he might have had his hands across the plane. Again, we're not going to find anybody guilty or innocent.
Not with that one.
All right, here we go. Goins. Then that comes Carpenter. Short of the 15.
As you know, college football gets underway this weekend on ABC. We've got a couple of great matchups.
Yeah, when you're a preseason top 25 like Nebraska and Georgia Tech, you don't have to win. You just have to win and play good.
Yeah, we'll preview those games at halftime, and right now we'll go back to Brent and Gary. And our first chance to say congratulations to our newest Hall of Famer, Lynn Swann. Swanee, way to go.
Congratulations, Swanee.
All right, John. Terry would have loved this Arena Bowl, by the way. This is his kind of football. Up and down, lots of scores. We've had 55 points already here in the final minute in the opening half. Here's Fleming. Not much more than a yard or two. So, again, we're in that last minute. And the clock will stop on all first downs like it does in college. Out of bounds, an incomplete pass, and negative yardage. Of course, during the other 14 minutes of the second quarter, it just rolls on like it does the entire first and third. It'll stop also on the last minute of the game. So Kelly comes up. Deep middle got Jones. It's intercepted. Picked off by JoJo Pope. The first turnover of Arena Bowl 15. And the second stop for Grand Rapids. A touchdown now in the final 30 seconds would be huge for the Rampage.
This is a great defensive call. Watch the switch coverage right here. This player will come out here and switch, and Polk over here will go back for this man. Andy Kelly thinks he's got him wide open. Now watch this defender come into the picture. Kelly lobs it. Uh-oh. He baited him and got the interception. A great defensive call. Grand Rapids staff out coaching Nashville right now.
And the first interception Kelly has thrown in the playoffs as the penalty flag comes flying, thrown by the line judge on first down. Off to another great start. Threw 8 touchdowns a week ago in the semi against Indiana.
Illegal formation 95. He was in a 2-point stance being the snap. 5-yard penalty, 1st and 5.
Brent, Michael Trigg said the most important thing for his team to win this game was having the crowd and the game here in Grand Rapids. I think he's right. The crowd is really upset the offense for Nashville.
First down. Dalzell. Incomplete. Isa was well covered by Carpenter, and another penalty flag.
When Grand Rapids beat Nashville in Nashville to get this home field advantage, Nashville had 14 penalties. They're on their way to doing something like that again in this game.
Illegal defense. Illegal defense. We have a twist or a nose kick on the middle linebacker, on the nose guard. 5 yards, automatic first down.
Well, here's a program reminder. The winners of 3 of the last 5 Super Bowls face off on ABC's Monday Night Football. The Broncos battle the Packers. It's a Monday night preseason special live at 8 Eastern here on ABC.
Most points Nashville has given up all year. Look at that, and they're on their way again with 34 points and the ball with plenty of time.
Seconds, first down. Shaw, and they'll throw it underneath to the tight end, and they cross him up again.
That was a Tony Bowie. Tremendous throw that time. The defensive end was right in the way, and Dalzell put it right over his head.
Among those in attendance today is the Kansas City Chiefs president, Carl Peterson, who's here. Ron Carpenter, one of the players he's looking at. But don't be surprised if Dalzell doesn't get a little call from Kansas City about being one of their backups. He looks good today. He had a cup of coffee with the Chicago Bears.
And the Cleveland Browns. He's got great size, and he's got a great arm. But that guy, Brent, he has been the man, hasn't he?
Oh, indeed. Take a look at this, folks. Ron Carpenter out of Miami of Ohio. He played in the World League, lost with Amsterdam. Then they win the Super Bowl, playing with Dick Vermeil. The Arena Bowl, lost it a year ago in Orlando. Then with the XFL just a few months ago, he won their first and probably only championship. So he's won 2 championships, looking for a 3rd here today. And if you want to get back to a big-time game, Coach Vermeil, call Carpenter. He'd love to play for you again. Lynn Swann.
Brent, just want to go back to that turnover and how big it was. Even though Nashville was down by 14 points, had they scored because they won the toss and deferred to the second half, they would have gotten the ball back. If they had scored on opening drive, they'd be ahead by 1 point. This turnover negates the possibility of scoring and then would put Grand Rapids up by as many as 3 touchdowns should they score here. That's a huge margin in this game.
Yeah, exactly. And they've had 2 stops, Grand Rapids, already in this half. Dalzell getting time, and he throws it away. He'll take a shot at 3rd down, and reminder what we've got coming your way here at halftime. John and Terry. And Lynn Swan will talk to John Elway. We'll find out what it is exactly he likes about the Arena League, why he's becoming a part owner of the new team that'll be placed out in Denver. And we see an awful lot of interest from the NFL. They're expected to exercise that option and buy 49% of the league late this fall. And a lot of the owners around the NFL are becoming part owners of AFL franchises. As Dalzell, middle, Shaw, and there's a penalty flag thrown by the referee. Shaw made the catch inside the 5-yard line for the first down.
I think it's going to be holding on Grand Rapids this time. James Barron was coming around the corner and got yanked down that time. You know what? Bleeding the clock, as Lynn said, though, is important. Grand Rapids now
75 in the offense.
holding the
10-yard
clock.
penalty. Previous spot. Repeat, third down.
So even if Nashville gets it back, and I hesitate to say this, they might not have enough time to score. I hesitate to say this.
We saw Jones.
I know, with 4 seconds.
Return a missed field goal last week against San Jose for a Nashville.
Underlined, quoted, bold. Give me everything on my computer. I hesitate to say this.
All right, here's your third down. Go! With 11 ticks left. Shaw too high. Missed. Now they can pick up the missed extra point field goal. They'll send Goins out.
I don't think. You think they will? That's an offensive play for the other team when he misses.
Oh, I'd send him out in a heartbeat. He's pretty accurate.
He's made, what, 10 out of his last 11?
Michigan folks don't like seeing it. Remember that big one he kicked against the Wolverines?
Well, I remember both of them. He had to kick 2 to do it.
That's right. I forgot about the penalty.
I'll tell you, this scoring keeps up like this. It's like doing a Michigan Northwestern game.
I saw that was on ESPN Classic again tonight. Anthony Thomas won't be watching, I'm sure, and he's playing for the Chicago Bears. And Brian Mobilson, our spotter, says he's doing okay with Chicago.
Really?
That running back.
Well, how would we know? He's got those amazing blue eyes, you know? Do we trust that?
So that's Pat Downey out of New Hampshire being helped on. He's shaken up on the play.
And look who's back there. One of the things I don't know if TV does great justice to is the missed field goal, that return specialist underneath the nets and playing it, and how nervous that kicking team is. Jones, remember, 4 seconds last week to go on the missed field goal, took it the other way to change the game. Grand Rapids must cover the kick.
Nick Browder, the backup quarterback from Valparaiso, will hold it here for Gowns, and he will attempt a 36-yarder. And he's got it. 3 seconds. That's an eternity.
Interception on the tricked-up defense. Remember, all game, Grand Rapids was playing flat man-to-man defense. This time, the change-up, Andy Kelly misread it. Lobbed the ball out there, has been the play of the game. Of course, they stopped him on 4th and short, too, right?
Yeah, and you know what this does? This puts Nashville in that 2-point conversion space. They're going to have to go for 2. They're down by 16. So it's Menudo and the staff talking about it. They're hoping to get a huge lift.
Remember, this defense averaged giving up 39 points a game. They're giving up 37 in the first half.
Carpenter underneath the goal wants to bring this one back. Time runs out on the first down. Let's go to Lynn Swan.
Coach Perduto, This is an unbelievable first half, 37-21. What do you do in the second half to put some pressure on Dozell?
Well, I mean, we're going to try the same thing. If he's getting 3 steps and getting it out, it's tough to get after him. So hopefully we will, and we'll change it up a little bit, change a few of our rushes a little bit.
If you can't put pressure on him, how about stopping Shaw? How do you get to him?
We're going to have to jump a few routes, and we will.
Okay, thank you.
You got it.
Grand Rapids, the #1 seed, leads Nashville, the #2 seed. It's Arena Bowl 15, and the Rampage have the upper hand. We'll be back after this message and a word from our ABC stations.
This Wide World of Sports update brought to you by Speed Pass. Today's way to pay. It's free from mobile. Here now, John Saunders.
Alongside my college football partner, Terry Bowden, you were an offensive coordinator. You were a head coach. Arena football, the offense is all that. You got to love this.
I know this because, you know, Nashville is known for its defense, and this is a game that you got to have offense. Grand Rapids, one of the best offenses in the league. If Nashville does not score points almost on every possession, you can't keep up with Grand Rapids.
Every time you touch the ball, it seems there's a touchdown, a field goal, or whatever. Next week here on ABC, Saturday and Sunday, we get the college football season going. Almost some comparisons between the arena game and college now.
You're exactly right. You know, in arena ball, there's no question. Arena ball, you pass first, you run second. In fact, you only run if you want to keep the pressure off the quarterback or keep the defense off balance. It's funny because in college football, right now, the teams that are winning, they're passing first and running second. That's what's happening in college football, too, if you want to play for a championship.
It starts on Saturday right here on ABC. It's going to be a terrific season. The Principal Financial Group Pigskin Classic, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, led by Heisman hopeful quarterback Eric Crouch, begin the championship run against TCU.
I tell you, Nebraska, I tell you, they're great on offense with Eric Crouch, and they had a great offense last year, but, you know, if they're going to get back to the Rose Bowl, they have got to get their defense better. They didn't have many sacks last year. They couldn't mix up their defense. They gave up 19 points a game. That doesn't sound too bad, John, but that's the worst they've had since 1958.
Yeah, it really showed in the games against Oklahoma as well. Then on Sunday, Georgia Tech and the Yellow Jackets look to unleash their offense against the Syracuse Orangemen in the Kickoff Classic.
You know, with quarterback George Godfrey, they have one of the most explosive offenses in the nation. Last year, they averaged over 33 points. But you know what? I talked to Coach O'Leary earlier this summer. He said with their speed and their talent, maybe, and I say maybe, John, this might be the year that they knock Florida State out for the ACC crown.
It has not happened since your dad got into the ACC, so that would be big news. In case you missed it yesterday, a little history in the Little League World Series. The Bronx and their pitcher, Danny Almonte, tossed a perfect game. In fact, he faced 18 batters and struck out 16 of them as the Bronx won over Apopka, Florida easily with a 5-0 perfect game. Now, strangely enough, today, Apopka, Florida, and their pitcher, Justin Lefebvre, had a no-hitter with 2 outs in the 9th. Andrew Cobb could not hang on to this ball. It drops out. As a result, he ends up with a 1-hitter, but still gets the victory. We want to remind everybody, next week, this is the last pure bastion of sports, many people feel. Saturday at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time, the U.S. Championship live on ABC. Then on Sunday at 6:30 and into prime time, the Little League World Series Championship, all here on ABC. Let's go back to college football briefly here. Nebraska, when you look at their schedule, this is a team that will play 8 games at home. Their toughest road games probably against Colorado. They got Eric Crouch. They could go all the way, and Crouch could win the Heisman.
Well, you know, Eric Crouch, you know, is a true Heisman candidate, one of the best running quarterbacks, if not the best running quarterback in the country. But Deron Diedrich, their tailback, Coach feels he's a great tailback, just like the great I-backs they've had in the past. They've got to play great defense. They've got 8 home games. They play Kansas State and Oklahoma at home, John.
Yeah, Eric Crouch is going to be great. They do not want him leading, though, in rushing. This has been your Wide World of Sports mobile update. Arena Bowl, tossing up the offense and going deep.
Grand Rapids leads Nashville in Arena Bowl 15. And 15 years ago, take a look at who won Arena Bowl 1. It was a franchise in Denver. The Dynamite, 45-16. They've moved on, but an expansion team is headed back. One of the owners will be John Elway. He's with Lynn Swan. Lynn?
Well, thank you, Brent. I don't know if I like that Denver beating Pittsburgh, but, John, you're an astute businessman. Why the investment in the Arena Football League?
Well, we're still looking at it, but we're here to get approved by the board. We got approved yesterday by the arena board, and so, that makes us happy, but we're still doing our due diligence. I mean, it's an exciting product. Denver's a great sports town, so we're looking hopefully to make it work in Denver.
Should you get this franchise and put it in place, will you handle the day-to-day operations? What will your role be?
I would be involved day-to-day, yeah. I'd like to be involved on the football side as well as the business side and the corporate side. So, I mean, I would try to do everything. I don't have a lot of experience on the corporate side, so I would use this to get that experience.
Well, you've got a couple of good partners. One of your partners owns the arena, and, of course, Pat Bowen, the owner of the Denver Broncos, would be one of your partners. Is John Elway looking to do more than just get involved with the Arena League, maybe segue into ownership in the NFL team?
Oh, I don't know. That's kind of way off, but I think this is definitely a starting point for me, and it's something I want to do. I want to be involved in the game. I've been out of the game now for 2 years, and so it's exciting for me to have an opportunity to get back into the game, not only on the player side and the personnel side, but also on the other side. So I'm very fortunate. I got the 2 best owners I could get in Denver, and to have them as partners is great.
I got to say, there was a rumor going around at one time when you retired that you're going to buy into the Denver Broncos.
Well, no, that's not the case, and so that's why we're looking at Arena and the Arena Football League, and hopefully it works out.
You and I could have teamed up and been pretty good in this league.
You know what? I think so. I think you still look good enough to come back and play, though. Maybe we'll try it.
Yeah, only when we're dressed like this. John, thank you very, very much. Let's go back up to Brent Musburger.
All right, Lynn, thank you very much. And earlier at halftime, Milwaukee Mustang wide receiver linebacker Gary Compton was announced as the Built Ford Tough Man of the Year. The award was given in recognition of the unsung hero. He did all the small things to help his team get the extra yard, make the big block. He's been in the league for 10 years, and he was chosen All-Arena first team for the 3rd time. And in recognition of his achievements, Ford awarded Compton a new F-350 Super Duty truck. ABC Sports presentation of Arena Bowl 15 returns after this message and a word from our ABC stations.
Ford Motor Company, along with Ford Trucks and the Arena Football League, are proud to honor the individual with the Built Ford Tough Man of the Year award. This person had to demonstrate durability, reliability, and be involved in their community. Like Ford Trucks, we're looking for someone who's very dependable. And this year's award winner is Gary Compton of the Milwaukee Mustangs. Gary, you've played through injury throughout the year, but you've demonstrated your toughness like Ford Trucks. Congratulations. Enjoy it.
Thank you very much.
Grand Rapids leads it, in a short time ago, lineman Tony Bowick told his Grand Rapids teammates to start to believe.
Let's finish what we started. Right here and now. 30 minutes left of your life right now. You got 9 months to be tired. Come on.
And he's from Tennessee, Chattanooga.
Well, right now, the Rampage can smell it, Brent. Nashville, a little disappointing. They dug themselves in the hole. No sacks, an interception, downs they were stopped. It's been all the Rampage, and they have to get to Dalzell.
That'll be the key here in the second half, because the Rampage, they've scored every time they've handled the football. Remember, they settled for a field goal on that last time, and there's Bowick, who was firing the troops up in the locker room. Nashville will handle the ball to start the second half, and they need a score. Down by 16. Rebounded past Carpenter into the hands of Jones, who's buried at the 5. A terrific kick.
You can look at it, Kelly, 7 for 13. That's not enough. The big interception right here and the 4th down play. Defense has not been done. Zell has been what he has advertised. Throw the ball away when he has to, hit the man-to-man protection. He goes to Shaw, and he goes with it every time. 6 possessions, 6 scores.
He just had a unsportsmanlike penalty called against the Rampage. And the penalty will bring the football out to the 16-yard line.
1 under. Oh, ready?
So the veteran Andy Kelly attempting to rally Nashville. down by Chris Avery, the fullback.
Right around the corner that time. The linebacker, middle linebacker, came inside, but it was Avery coming around the outside. Just beats his man right here. Just comes around the outside and beats Caddy. That's hard to believe. You can just come around the corner and just beat him one-on-one as quick as the ball is thrown. And the team that used to give up all the sacks gets one, has been getting all the sacks all year, gives up one here.
Avery coming again. Was clutching at the foot. And Hillary is rammed into the boards that time. I mean, he was slammed in with ball, the defensive back. It's a 31-yard gain, but take a look at Avery. He almost gets there again.
And you have to believe that Kelly, this time he beats Travis Reese, the fullback. Kelly had to feel him on his feet. Perfect throw to the outside, and the boards never move. Hillary catches the ball, and he knows there's no place to go. You can't toe dance here because the boards are right there. The ball pops loose, but I think he had it before he hit the boards. He actually had it after he hit the boards, too.
Jones is the motion man. They're going to run the big fullback, Reese. He powers inside the 5-yard line. Nashville, the leading rushing team, and one of the few teams where it's not a change of pace. It's a weapon when you've got a couple of fullbacks, and that's Travis Reese, who played just down the road at East Lansing for Michigan State.
Travis Reese out of Michigan State. He is really a monster both on defense and at fullback, but it has not been the type of game where Nashville's been able to establish Reese. He's really almost not been called because of how quickly Grand Rapids is scoring.
Second and goal. Touchdown, Nashville. Reese. Let's see if they go for two. The running game looks pretty good.
It's almost as if Grand Rapids concedes that run. I mean, that was a walk into the end zone. They know they can't stop it, and it looks like they don't even try.
But instead, they'll kick. Here's McLaughlin. Slides it inside the right upright. The lead is 10. But Sperduto's Cats desperately need a defensive stop. Coach Trigg runs the special team. And he has told his return team this time for a touchdown. Ross is ready. Deep in the end zone. But great coverage.
Ricky Ross out close to the 3-yard line.
Inside the 5-yard line, and Travis Reese. You know, Trigg and Grand Rapids, they need the crowd to come alive again. They've been a little quiet since the halftime intermission. Here's what Trigg said about Grand Rapids.
We have a lot of competition in pro sport, and we basically get to be the pro football product as a complement in the fall to Michigan State, and the Lions. But our competition factors here with minor league baseball and minor league basketball give us an opportunity once in a while to be the national sport, and I think our players relish it. It's fun sometimes to be the big fish in the little sea.
Trying to make the most of it here, but again, crowd starts the second half quiet. There's that flanker screen that all the teams use in the Arena League. They put the ball in the hands of Odoms.
Dozell is a quarterback who likes to spread the ball around 4 different players.
Bunch route, wild back. Let's go 50 double post, wild post curl. Ready?
Had 500-plus yards, and with Baker out, spreading the ball around has helped him in his playoffs now in his final game.
It's the reason why Trigg went after him, because he spreads the ball around and doesn't concentrate on 1 or 2 receivers. Great catch by Shaw for the first down, who reached back and grabbed it. Lynn Swan.
Well, Brent Dozell says if he has any tendencies when he's backed up behind the 5-yard line of his own end zone. He just wants to be calm, take it easy, get a short pass, get out to midfield. But he told me last night that the secondary of Nashville sits on plays looking for the receivers to break short. He said, we're going to go deep. He did in the first half. He said the first 2 opportunities he gets after he crosses the 5-yard line, he's going deep on that secondary.
We'll look for it here. Got a motion man going, got a penalty flag, got him. There is a penalty on the touchdown pass. That would be Shaw's 4th. The Rampage signaling that they've got the score.
Illegal formation, 95 defense, 2-point stance. Decline, touchdown.
That was James Barron, the nose tackle, in a 2-point stance, which you're not allowed. You know, Lynn Swan called it, Brent, but Dazelle off his back foot. Shaw's a monster in this game also. You cannot match up with him. Nashville cannot play man-to-man on him. Boy, I did not see it. Must have been off to the left side of the screen because I didn't see it on the nose tackle. But look at that back throw off his back foot, put it right in the basket. And Shaw, 4 touchdown passes. Comfortable throwing the guy you know is going to be open.
Goins pulled it to the left, but it's good. So Terrell Shaw ties the Arena League record with 4 touchdown catches in the Arena Bowl. Rampage doing an excellent job of covering Ron Carpenter. His best return was just before the intermission. Goins has been hanging the kickoffs very high and trying to get them deep into the end zone. Last time, a hard ricochet right into Carpenter's hands. They funnel him back to the middle and nothing doing. Just superb special teams coverage by the Rampage.
Brent, one of the things that Grand Rapids look like they're doing is not attacking the kickoff. They're just sending 2 guys in there and they got layers. Very good defensive coverage.
Here we go. Go, Yoda right, lazy. 32 stack, Z wheel. On, ready?
Kelly needs to rally the Cats. They trail at 44-28. Mayfield, who made the stop on the kickoff, indicating that he was pulled across.
Approaching, 91 defense, 5 yards, and it's a 1st and 5.
Couldn't sell it. Well, the winners of 3 of the last 5 Super Bowls face off on ABC's Monday Night Football. The Broncos battle the Packers. It's a preseason special live at 8 Eastern right here on ABC. First and 5. Looking for Jones. He overthrows him.
Yeah, he had him too. Jones had Todd, but Grand Rapids continues to pressure Kelly. Basically telling Kelly, we're going to be in man-to-man. You got to beat us. If you can do it and throw the perfect ball downfield, so be it. I think Polk, Odoms, and Ball, the 3 defensive backs for the Rampage, have been the story so far.
On second down, Jones drops it at the 20-yard line. 3rd and 5. Footsteps starting to be heard. This hard-hitting Rampage defense starting to wear the Cats down a touch.
Absolutely. And just to make sure, The defensive back labeled him after the drop ball. Watch this. There's the throw. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. But if you're going to miss it, I'm going to hit you. And let you know next time. That was Demo Odoms again with the hit.
The crowd rocking now. Touchdown, Jarek Hillary out of Tennessee State. Saves the moment for the Cats.
That's what I said. Make a play now. One play at a time.
Tough business, that defensive back in this league, because they're going to keep going deep on you when you're playing man-to-man coverage and say, I got 3 shots on a touchdown. The third one was a charm this time.
Well, obviously, the sequencing in the Arena League is not quite the same as outdoor football because they continue to go for 1, trailing it by 10. Perfect. Right out, he's got a great leg, and he hasn't missed here yet. So it is 44-35. But Nashville's defense still searching for a stop. They must have at least one. Folks, that's not an AFL Hall of Famer. That's the commish. And that's the biggest commish in all of sports. That's David Baker. He's down there with our Lynn Swan right after this kickoff. We're going to hear from him. And he's got to be one of the happiest commissioners in all of sport, the way this league is suddenly mushrooming. Off the net into the hands of Ross. Looking for a hole. Got a seam, one man to beat. Out of bounds. Wow. Now let's go down to Lynn Swan with the commissioner.
Commissioner, this is your 15th Arena Bowl. The Arena League has come a long way. Is there one defining change over that 15 years?
Well, I think that there's a lot of it. I think the quality of play, certainly Kurt Warner and so many of the other 56 guys that have now gone from the Arena Football League to the NFL, officials, coaches, there's a lot. But I think the quality of ownership, getting guys like John Elway and so many other NFL owners involved has helped a lot, Len.
Speaking of the NFL has an option on 49% of the Arena League. Are they going to exercise that option, and when do they have to exercise it?
Well, obviously that's up to the NFL, but they have until March 31st to decide to exercise it. But we've got about 10 NFL owners who have either been approved or applied or are applying for membership in the Arena Football League, and it's a great partnership. We hope it'll work for the benefit of all football.
It's a sellout, so I think everybody's enjoying it. Thank you.
Thanks, Lynn. Thanks.
All right, Lynn, a half the distance to the goal line penalty moved the Rampage back inside the 5, and we've got another flag thrown on the pass. It was complete to Willis Marshall from Dalzell. So we've had a couple of yellow flags in a row. Let's talk about Dalzell. I mean, what a day he's having. 4 times this year, he's thrown 8 touchdown passes.
Neutral zone by number 33. 5-yard penalty. It will be 1st and 5.
So it's 1st and 5, and already Dalzell has fired 5 touchdown passes.
Everybody just go, okay? It's 50-90 and go. Let's go left wing back. Let's go 50-90 and go. Ready? Keep them out of here.
That was such a good point because the receivers come off expecting man in the Arena League, and then if they see the zone, that's when they freelance. And a timeout, something you rarely see, but Dalzell looked at the pressure over there on Isa. Called time.
I think he thought he had the wrong protection package that time and wasn't sure about getting up. And what he said right there is he's expecting a zone, and usually he throws the stop pass. This time he said if they're squatting, I want to take it deep and get 7 points out of it. Since it's 1st and 5, he's not worried about picking up the first down.
What can you call a show that has singing, dancing, comedy, drama, improvisation, and great guest stars? We call it the summer's newest hit, The Wayne Brady Show. Wednesday at 8:30, 7:30 Central, right after My Wife and Kids on ABC. Let's go back to the rules. Some of you may have joined us after the intermission. 8 players aside. It's a 50-yard war without any punting. Only one linebacker may blitz, and that's the one opposite of the tight end. The net is in play at all times. The clock will continue to run until the last minute of the game. And the forward motion permitted for the one receiver. Looks a little bit like the Canadian.
with a running play to the right here. Bottom of the screen. Go!
Here it is. Nashville ready for it.
Little time here, we got 6. Little time. Left wing back. Let's go 50, 90, go. Ready? Keep him off me.
Well, he wants it all. 59 wing go. This is the wing man. He's going to go, the outside man.
Go! Penalty flag. Incomplete. Dalzell goes down.
That probably was an illegal jam by Cliff Green, number 2. You're only allowed to jam the receiver 5 yards downfield.
Holding, number 2 on the defense. 10-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Well, it was number 2, but they got him for holding, and that might have saved the touchdown. Hitch and go. There you see the jam or the hold. Did it both, really. But just enough pressure. Actually, that saved the touchdown by Green. Dalzell finally feeling a little pressure. That's exactly what has to happen. They need to find a little pressure. That was Grossland that time, number 90, that came in, but not soon enough.
Juggled incomplete. Isa couldn't get the handle. So Grand Rapids last week scored 12 of the 13 times they handled it against Indiana, and today a perfect 7. 7 come 11, huh? Dalzell's been on a roll here today, no question about it.
93, on, ready? Get out of there.
Second down.
Nashville's defense has not had a big play in this game.
Quick snap to Shaw. First down at the 16-yard line.
You can see it. Shaw reads it as he's coming off. He sees the man is not playing tight. This is a read route. Dalzell takes one step back and hits Shaw. It's almost, you know, it's like when you're doing this type of passing, it's like you're out on the street and you got one guy that's better than everybody else, and you just keep using them over and over again. All your buddies get mad because they don't get the ball.
Yeah.
Shaw will be coming in motion. A circle route. Pump fake to him and then slide it out to the sideline, put it in Marshall's hands.
That's such a great job by Dalzell that time. Wanted to go to Shaw, but realized he had a dump off that was easier. And again, Brett, you mentioned that's what Triggs liked about it. Spreads the ball around, doesn't fall in love with anybody, even as good as Shaw is.
I know. It's a good methodical drive. First get out of there, CNC, go get somebody. Yeah.
Second and 3. There's that pop again. Marshall.
Willis Marshall down close to the 8-yard
wide receiver
line.
out of Youngstown State. Only 5'10".
Adrian Luxford with a tackle.
On his quick screen, the quarterback just tried to get it out of his hands as fast as possible. Clint told me yesterday, don't rip me on my pass on the quick screen. He said, I never throw a spiral on that one.
Just sit there and catch it and get the first down. So trips right, Y motion, let's go. Z hit screen right, on, ready?
You gotta love this guy's leadership.
He wants to be a head coach in this league. I think he almost is one right now.
I mean, he just says, squat down and let me put it right in your hands for the first down. Isa! Just short of the end zone. Almost did more than get him the first down.
Gary Isa, receiver, Clint Dalzell, down close to the 1-yard line.
Well, Brett, You know, as we're looking at the score, 44-35, an 11-point lead is like 2 winks in the Arena Football League. But here's where it's important for the Rampage to control the football, use up the clock. If they've got to be strong and go for a quick touchdown any point in the game, they want to be fresh. With a long drive here, they save themselves and run that clock out, and this is critical to their endurance in the game.
Yeah, they lead them by 9, and they run it on in. And Harold Shaw takes it in. That's a 15-point lead.
Kind of hard to win in any sport, in any league, no matter what the rules are, if your defense doesn't get one stop or one big play. Nashville has built their team around defense and depth, and today it's been completely the other way around by the Rampage with their offense so devastating. This was really just a 38 quick toss. That's Michael Baker right there, injured last week. .38 quick toss, great block at the line of scrimmage by Bowick. Bowick gave the speech and got the good block right there.
The lead is 16. Dalzell trying to win an Arena League championship for the city of Grand Rapids. They love the Rampage in this town. Everybody wears the red t-shirts. Place is jam-packed.
I think if Nashville would like to have one call over again, it was that 4th down sweep they called early in the game. With Travis Reese, I think you got to take that thing right at it and pop that 1st down.
They'd like to have that intercepted pass back, too.
Oh, yeah, but I think that 4th down play right there when the game was still, that forced Kelly into going for points. He doesn't like to do that.
Now it's Carpenter deep in the 8-yard end zone. Ball comes out, but he was down.
Close to the 11-yard line, and Harold Shaw making a tackle on the Churchill ball.
Well, the speed man is Jones, and Kelly's in a shootout now. It's the only way they can win it. Remember, they came back behind James Brown.
Okay,
Orlando.
go to right, Lazy, go 36. Stack, lot smoke.
How about the job they've done on
Lazy.
Fleming
36 stack
here today? I can remember one catch early in the game
for a touchdown, and that's about it. And that's usually who Kelly goes to when he's in trouble.
Not even out there. Might have been shaken up again. Looking for Jones on a stop and go. Interfered with, no question. That was absolutely no question as Joseph Todd got there too fast.
Well, you know, I think it's worth the gamble, though. The way teams score in this thing, you got to try to make a play. That's been the game plan for the Rampage. Go for everything. Try to make a big play on defense. You only need 1 or 2. Todd is in the vicinity of this pass. What big deal? Yards don't mean anything in this game. Points mean everything.
We have an illegal defense. Number 4, linebacker out of the box, declined. We have pass interference, number 9, defense. Accepted, 10 yards, automatic 1st down.
Ball is thrown. It's a little stop and go this time. Up in the air. Jones has got it. Has to slow down. And Todd obviously all over his back. That's the penalty to take.
Brings it out to the Cats 22. And now we'll bring the 3rd quarter to an end. The city of Grand Rapids, 15 minutes away from an Arena League championship. important is it to take a lead into the fourth quarter of the Arena Bowl? The numbers, folks, tell the story. They're a perfect 14-0 if they lead with 15 minutes to go. It's uphill for Andy Kelly and the Nashville Cats. Flanker screen. They're going to lose a little flea flicker. Fleming looking downfield. He's got him. Bird touchdown. How about that razzle-dazzle with James Barron taking it into the end zone. Coach, you got to love it. What a great play. Wait a minute. Hold on.
I thought they were holding down James Barron. I thought they were going to call holding on the tight end.
There is no flag on the play.
Baby. Yeah.
The first pass was a backward pass.
I don't want that one called back. It was too good.
Corey Fleming. Was that who threw that ball?
It was Fleming.
Yeah.
How about the left-handed Fleming over there?
The tight end right there goes down. The left side. Fleming not open. Not open. Hey, hold on to it. Boy, looks like Randall Cunningham out there. Michael Vick.
Oh, my.
What a play. And James Barron, the sack leader, the AFL Defensive Lineman of the Year, going both ways.
Now, if they make this extra point, you think you've seen something else that Nashville might try here after this. McLaughlin's perfect.
I think they feel the score is going against them with this 9-point game. I would not be shocked if Sperduto doesn't go for the onside kick. He's been looking at it all game. He doesn't want to do it in an obvious situation.
Big great call. We've got timeout in Grand Rapids.
Arena Bowl 15 on ABC Sports, brought to you by Ford F-Series. The best-selling trucks are built Ford tough.
Van Andel Arena, Grand Rapids, Michigan. And they lead at 51-42, and the players on Nashville, they asked Coach Sperduto, can we go to the onside kick now?
No, not yet. We're going to come back. It's early for Pat.
Well, somebody's thinking about it, huh?
Absolutely. That was the talk down there, Gary, just as you predicted.
Well, they don't want to wait when it becomes obvious. They want the element of surprise still.
Right off that middle net into the hands of Ross. And he stepped out of bounds. And let me remind you again, it's Monday Night Football here on ABC. The Denver Broncos will take on the Green Bay Packers, and it'll be live at 8 Eastern.
Well, Clint Dozell's pitching a perfect game so far. I mean, it's like a bowler with, what is it, 8 strikes in a row he's got, or how many straight ones? But there's so far, there hasn't been a bobbled pass, a bobbled snap, a sack. Nothing has gone wrong or right if you look at it from Nashville's point of view.
And their last drive was a time consumer also.
He's got great hands, doesn't he? Shaw's got great hands. You got to wonder about Buffalo. People, Arena fans at Buffalo are questioning this move of letting Shaw go. I don't know how many you can have that many guys better than this guy, because he just plucks that ball out of the air every time. That is great eye coordination. When you're down there, Brett, and I went to a number of Detroit Fury practices, it's amazing how quick that ball comes in and out of the quarterback's hand and how quickly you have to react to it as a receiver.
4 of the 5 touchdowns thrown by Dalzell have gone to Shaw.
Oh!
Ron Avery.
Ball, but he landed back on top of it.
Chris Avery, the ball carrier, gain of a yard.
Well, here's the down that the quarterbacks don't like very much in the Arena League, and that's the old third down.
Very amazing to watch Grand Rapids try to run the ball. They only ran the ball 9 or more times once this year.
Left over, wide back. Let's go 50 wide choice already.
50 wide choice. That means the slot man, Shaw, gets his choice of where he wants to go, in or out or deep. He's coming in motion. Watch him.
At the 10-yard line. That could be a game saver for Nashville.
would have caught that ball. What do? Do you go for it if you're the Rampage? I think you go for it. Why not? Ball is thrown behind. Look at Shaw go up and get it, and coming across with the shoulder pad right on it, making the play. That was a huge play for the defense. That was Green again. He is all over the field, and that's the biggest play for the Nashville defense all day.
And now here's the biggest play of the game, perhaps, for Nashville. On this 4th down, Dalzell, the gunslinger's got the first down. He put it in Shaw's hands, 5 yards out for the first down.
I do don't like the strategy that time by Nashville. You got to come up and jam Shaw and make him throw somewhere else. You got to put somebody right at the line of scrimmage. Green has to jam him. Green is off 3 yards. That's just pitch and catch. That's just too easy at this. In the 4th quarter here with 11 minutes to go, I figured it out. I can criticize players. I love this game now. Took me a while, you know, but then criticizing the coaches, I can finally figure it out.
Dalzell. Incomplete. And Ross.
You know what? It seems like Grand Rapids is looking at the clock. Making mistakes. They drop the ball, pass a little bit behind. Ross drops an easy one. You can't start looking at that clock and saying it's we're almost there.
Gary, well, we're second guessing.
Yeah.
I guess the thing on my mind is Nashville, I think, should have been going for 2 points.
Don't understand. Don't understand why they don't. Because Reese has not been stopped all game on a short yardage running play. What kind of league is it if you can't second guess, right? That's when you know you really made it. If you can second guess the strategy.
Second down at 10. Incomplete again, and Gary, you got a point. Grand Rapids has to be careful. There's a ton of time left here. 10-19. They're facing another 3rd down. Is he okay? Ask him.
He is mad at Shaw. He says Shaw's leg he's limping a little bit, and Dalzell is saying, is he okay? Ask him. I don't want him in there.
Let's go left over, wide back 50, wide cross. On, ready?
Listen, Cliff Green may have taken something out of him with that stick.
I think it's his hamstring that he hurt early in the game also, but you may be right with a hit later.
Here's the 3rd down, and this is huge for the Rampage. Barron couldn't get there. Sure does. First down, just inside the 15-yard line. And I'll tell you, the unsung heroes of Grand Rapids are the blockers and the job they're doing on Nashville's defensive front.
Because James Barron keeps coming. He knows he's not going to get a lot of sacks, and he plays every play. Number 95 right there. Look at the blocking. Good job inside, pushing him by the quarterback, and that's allowed Dalzell to throw the first down.
This guy, Avery's a pretty good blocker.
Yep.
This fullback that they've got behind those linemen, he's been picking him up, too, when they need help.
That's why you like the big fullback in this league, because he really is your 4th protector in protection.
There's Avery.
Shaw's limping. He is limping.
Touchdown! Shaw! His 5th and Arena Bowl record. The first to catch 5 touchdown passes in the Arena Bowl. Shaw! And 6 thrown today by Dalzell.
I guess that handy's okay if you can stand there and do a backward flick.
Let's go to Lynn Swan.
Well, Brent, Terrell Shaw was walking back to the huddle about 4 plays ago. The coaches were asking him, waving him to come off the field. They wanted substitutes for him, and they waved him off as if he knew he was on the verge of doing something great and did not want to come out of this ball game for anything in the world.
Let's see, folks. By my calculations, that's point number 100. You can't beat fun at the old Arena League. 5 touchdown catches for Shaw. That's worth an Ozzie Smith. The Arena Bowl trophy. Grand Rapids with one hand on it. Dalzell leading the Rampage toward an Arena Bowl title. Carpenter looking for that big return. Lost their first hole in the middle. Here comes Carpenter. But the Rampage continue to do an excellent job against Nashville's return game. One of the keys so far.
Nice changeup by the Rampage. They are not attacking the kickoff. They're laying back. They're giving Nashville the ball out to the 15. In arena football, you can stop them inside the 5 and the 10. They're conceding 5 yards, so they don't have a big play. I think you'll see the rest of the league start to copy this strategy.
Here we go now. Let's go left. 53 Sting. On. Ready?
5-step drop by Kelly. One more mistake and the game's over.
Going for it. Bumping penalty, and that's against Grand Rapids. Fleming was the intended receiver, and he was fouled. Trying to shake ball.
Yeah, Raphael Ball, he was not going to give the touchdown up on first down there. He at least wanted to eat some clock. Look at how important a penalty is, because the clock still runs. It's stopped now, but the referee will set the ball in play and eat up some clock.
Start the clock.
Start the clock, you heard Michael Trick say. So, gotta grab them if they're going deep. Grand Rapids has been in man-to-man coverage.
Incomplete. Intended for Jones, who was double covered, and the Rampage, who came into the playoffs, the top seed, defeated Chicago, Indiana to get here. Nashville eliminated Toronto and San Jose, bringing up a showdown of the first and second seeds. That might have been reversed. Nashville had beaten Grand Rapids at home earlier this year. That gave Grand Rapids the home field advantage.
That's another penalty for Nashville. You would expect that Nashville's depth would start to play a part in this game, but to me it has not been a factor.
First and 20. In trouble. Down at the 15-yard line. Bowick is there. One of the inspirational leaders of this team. He fired them up at the intermission.
And just as important as the sack is the time that kids continue to tick down on Nashville. It's second and long, but you have to figure Nashville's thinking 4 downs. They can't afford to kick a field goal. Only touchdowns they have a chance to score. To win, excuse me. Jojo Polk has been playing that right corner all game. The throw was a little high. Hammonds comes across. I think you got to catch that ball. Championship game. Have to jump a little. That's a catchable ball. Kelly's a little disappointed in that one.
Third down.
Well, I thought he had his hands all over him when he was jumping up to catch that ball. Was it or not?
Great was protection. A fan in a Titan jersey trying to catch it for him over there.
It's a huge call here. Looks like it's going to go against Grand Rapids.
We had a play unique only to arena football. We have fan interference on the play. The receiver still had a chance to catch the ball. The down will be repeated. Third down.
You know what? That was the best play. Was it Nashville fan that did it? No, it wasn't. It wasn't. And
it was just beyond the Titan jersey over there.
And Brent, remember, the boards are in play. So Corey Fleming could have gone over and caught that ball off the boards. This ain't hockey. There's no plexiglass to protect you either.
So there you see the Titan jersey.
There's the guy right there.
There he is. So Kelly on third down. There's a penalty flag. And Fleming can't get away from Polk, who's all over him. But there is a penalty flag back by the line of scrimmage.
Lucas Yarnell is right there listening. Tony Bowick is listening. Oh, you can see it. Decline.
Illegal formation offense. The tight end was covered. Decline. Fourth down.
Left. And go 53-8-8-X follow.
This is it. Fourth down, folks.
Fourth down now. Let's go up front now. Let's go zoom to left.
And got to get the ball to the 15-yard line.
Grand Rapids on its feet. Fourth and 19. Hammond. Incomplete. Dalzell got what he wanted. There's the third defensive stop. The rest is up the Rampage quarterback. Joseph Todd out of Mississippi Valley State is the defender. Sticks with them in the end zone. Really shot. Closing in now.
Nashville didn't go to Fleming.
When you're behind, this is what you say to the referee.
Watch, this is going in. Hey, I'm telling you right now, you guys are just killing us. What happened now? You really, oh, come on. Let's get his hand around his back. He's holding on to his back. Joe, what is Joe doing? You guys this is going, I'm telling you right now, mark my words, I'll bet you this is an instructional video. I'll bet you.
And Trigg on the other side. Well, Trigg thinks this is one of the best officiated games he's ever been around.
Doesn't Nashville, I don't want to say it, that they don't have to let them, but don't they want to let Grand Rapids score quickly? Their only chance is to score. Onside kick. The clock keeps running.
That's Odoms who caught that ball. Short passes now. The clock will run down to the 1 minute mark. So Dalzell and the Rampage, they'll take their time. He'll walk slowly back. And he's working on a 25-second clock when you see the end zone from behind him.
And he'll use it right there, the red one right there. He'll run it down to about 4 or 3 seconds.
Bringing it on down now with that 16-point lead. They'll use a timeout.
Well, he bled so much, he got stuck. He couldn't even get the snap off.
Five touchdowns for that young man. What a day. Timeout.
On the bench area just a few minutes ago of the Grand Rapids Rampage, it was Terrell Shaw being worked on by trainers. They were putting more tape on his right ankle. He turned it. But they said he's going back in the ball game. He said he was going back in the ball game because Terrell is a warrior. This man came up to me during the pregame. His only concern was how can he be a better receiver. He wanted tips just before the game, Britton Garrett, on how he could better catch the football. I got to tell you, there's no tip I can give this young man today. He has done everything they have asked of him.
How about have a defense with me, Joe Green on it? Maybe that'll help him out a little bit.
Wearing number 15 and trying to wrap up Super Bowl 15. Oh, he's got it. And the penalty flag, I think he broke one line. He's at least a yard. This will be called back. This is the 10th possession for Trigg's Rampage. Yeah, I didn't even think it was close that time, to tell you the truth. He was so eager a streak into that end zone.
Offside on the motion man, number 15. 5-yard penalty. Repeat, second down.
Shaw in motion. Breaks the play, and that one's pretty easy, absolutely. No way you can cover him. Even if, I don't know why you've been pushing it that tight. You can't cover him anyway.
You know, in their previous 9 possessions, Grand Rapids with 8 touchdowns and 1 field goal. Nashville has been stopped 3 times here today. That's your difference in this Arena League championship game. Pump fake. Dalzell. Back, got him. Touchdown. Demo Odom from Iowa. The offensive specialist. 11,217 loving it. And Grand Rapids can taste its championship.
This was a fake play. He was faking the quick screen to the right, and he wanted to throw the ball down the right sideline. It wasn't there, so he just waited for Demo Odom to get open, and that was just a lob inside. Inside, comes up, and look at that. A walk-in for Demo.
Missing again on an extra point, and it's live. So the Rampage with 64 points on the board against the team that stressed defense.
Come on, we got to cover now. It ain't over. Oh, I'm going to knock him out, dog.
I'm going to knock him out.
Hey, let's go, fellas. Come on. We need...
Man is met at the left. They're going to look how they did it. A couple of 6-yard passes.
And the deep end to Shaw. Then he started spreading it around a little bit. Demo Odoms. Oh my, a running play, Brent. Are they allowed to do that? And then the 6th one was a field goal. 7 the pass. Back to Terrell. Another run. Just a regular mix. And finally the last one, a walk-in on a gift. And Nashville, so proud all year of their defense. For the 2nd time this year, has given up more than 60 points.
And
50 holes in a choke.
For an Arena Bowl. 64 points. Looking for the knockout. And Carpenter has one bounce away. Still not through the end zone. Terrific coverage for Grand Rapids. Saturday, college football. Nebraska TCU, the Principal Financial Group Pigskin Classic, 1 Eastern. Then on Sunday, Syracuse, Georgia Tech, and the Kickoff Classic live at 2 Eastern. College football returns to ABC, and the march to the Rose Bowl begins.
The score is so surprising because Grand Rapids, the #1 seed this year, only won 2 games all year by more than 10 points. And they've got a huge lead with under 2 minutes to go.
106 points on the board. Jones. He's down. And here is the player of the game. 8 touchdowns a week ago, 7 today, no picks. He's thrown for 308 yards. He's tied the Arena Bowl record with 7 touchdown passes today.
And this guy couldn't make the Chicago Bears. All right. 53. Let's go. 4. And really shows you how you have to be in the right spot at the right time to make the NFL. With the salary cap, if you get behind the numbers, you can't make it.
Well, Kurt Warner wouldn't have got a chance except for the unfortunate injury suffered by Trent Green.
Right? Yeah, absolutely.
To illustrate what you're saying. Threw behind the receiver that time, and it'll be 2nd down and 10. Let's talk about Andy Kelly a moment here. He would be the 2nd starting quarterback to lose 2 straight Arena Bowls. But, folks, the first one didn't do too badly, and that would be Kurt Warner with the Iowa Barns.
In fact, he never won the championship in the Arena Football League. He only won it in the weaker league, the National Football League.
Easy now, big fella.
Well, see, a shootout in the NFL is 40 points. See?
Second and 10.
Scott Fleming.
Should be a touch. Oh, he fumbled it. He fumbled it at the 1-yard line.
Right. That's a touchback. That is a touchback.
Oh, my. Doesn't that just highlight how things have gone for Nashville here today? Walking in for a touchdown.
Come on, let's go.
What happens here, and I think the guy that Nashville should have gone to on the 4th down play, Fleming, the bigger receiver, but right at the end, J.J. Polk, is that who it was? The guy who's made plays. But you know, these Rampage defensive backs have not given up on a ball all day. They played man-to-man coverage. They haven't covered them all day, but they've been around the ball and hit them after the catch.
And we are into the last minute. Dalzell will attempt to run it out.
Keep him off me now. Keep him off me. Right wing, hang on. Right wing back. 92. Hold on, ready? 92. Off there, slide.
Remember now, the clock will stop on a first down. Grand Rapids 48 seconds away before the celebration begins. There's an incompleted pass. Marshall turned a little too quickly before he had pulled it down. So it'll be second down and 10 for the Rampage.
Grand Rapids, you said it in the open, Brad, the smallest city in the Arena Football League, a jammed house. These guys are the big fish in this pond around here.
They are the Green Bay Packers of the Arena Football League, no question. The way that town rallies around the Packers for Monday Night Football here. Dalzell has to go down. He almost coughed it up. Negative yardage on this will stop the clock. That's one of the rules. So it stops with 42 seconds, and there are some pulling for one more touchdown.
Dalzell, who's played every snap this year, gets hurt on a handoff play. Can you believe that? Shit. Oh, boy, look at that.
Shaken up. Can he finish?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Yeah, he's going to finish.
Hold up. Stretch it.
Fumbles the snap. And when he goes to fall on it, I don't know if he got his leg bent underneath him or what. Maybe just the helmet to his hip. Boy, he is gimpy.
It's third down.
No!
Avery. Working on the clock, remember. Now the whistle.
Nashville will take a timeout. Yep.
Long field goal kick and cover. Listen. And they got
I think you got to put the backup quarterback in, don't you?
I think they will, to hold for Goins, who's going to go for the long field goal.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. I'm not used to these field goals from your own end zone. We didn't have that play.
No.
Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy.
The most favorite player in the Rebel 15 has been selected. We please congratulate number 15.
Think back to blowing the home field advantage to this Grand Rapids team early in the year as maybe the reason they didn't win the championship.
So here's Cohen's out of his own end zone, folks. Only in the Arena League. A 60-yard attempt. And Jones off the miss. Great coverage today by the Rampage. Absolutely. Final stop. 20 seconds left. Ryan making the tackle that time for the Rampage.
I know you have to say the quarterback and Shaw, but I would really like to tip my hat to that offensive line for the Rampage also. I mean, it's hardly really, you know, you can't really get a big pass rush in this game, but just enough time to pick them apart.
And how about the defensive backs?
Yep,
they knock one free at the 1. They stop a 4th down in the end zone.
They were the dominant team all game.
Now Kelly. Here's Fleming. Hangs on. Stops the clock with
Corey Fleming on reception. Rafael Ball to tackle at the 24-yard line of Grand Rapids. First and 10 Nashville.
Nashville trying to make it a little more respectable here.
Mike Trigg, champion with the Detroit Drive, and now the head coach of a championship team here in Grand Rapids. AFL Coach of the Year.
Did an outstanding job in putting this franchise together. Going out to sign Dalzell. There'll be some scene in here in Grand Rapids. This is going to be a mob scene. Out of the end zone. Then play, remember, when it's off the net.
That was designed. He threw that
fired it off the net. He said, Fleming, go get it.
Corey Fleming is gassed. He's done.
Congratulations. You're a hell of a job, Coach Sparky. We would have never got this done without you. Good job, Mike. Good job.
So the party is about to begin.
Good job, Jeffrey.
Mike Trigg with his assistants, Robert Smith, Sparky McEwen, Marshall Foran. They did just an outstanding job of coaching here today.
Another net ball.
Jump incomplete. It's a grand celebration in Grand Rapids. From East Texas State. He wears number 13, just to show you that it is not an unlucky number. And now Clint Dalzell owns an Arena League championship. And the Coach of the Year wins the big one.
Hard to match up. Grand Rapids took Nashville's weakness, the worst passing team in the Arena Football League, and made them pay the price. They went man-to-man all game and forced them to beat them with the pass. Nashville could not answer.
He threw for 308 yards, 7 touchdowns, and no interceptions. That's 15 touchdowns and no interceptions in Wallace. Found open space.
Threw it overhand, and he lobbed the ball, and he was on target all day, Brent.
Yeah, baby. Let's go to Lynn Swan.
We're all set here. If I can have your attention, the commissioner of the Arena Football League is here to present the James E. Foster Trophy, emblematic of the championship team in the Arena Football League. David.
Lots of time. Great. You know what? 'Cause we got a lot of stuff here. We got.
Congratulations, Grand Rapids. You are a major league town. On behalf of Jim Foster, and all of those in the Arena Football League, we want to present this championship, the Foster Trophy, to Coach Mike Trigg, Clint Dozell, Dan DeVos, David Green, and all of the ownership players in the town of Grand Rapids for the Grand Rapids Rampage.
Okay, Coach Trigg. Talk to us about this ball game. You dominate this ball game from beginning to end.
I don't know about dominate. We've just been fortunate that we've had a lot of depth this year, and a lot of guys been able to step up. Losing Michael Baker was really tough, and we were able to rally behind his loss and maybe give us the inspiration we needed to win the game.
Coach, congratulations. We'll be sure we'll see more of you next year. Thank you.
Thanks to God. Thank you very much.
A celebration for the Arena League. Clint Dalzell, born in Waco, Texas, the youngest of 3 boys, comes to Grand Rapids and signals the biggest sports celebration in the city's history. So long, everybody.